Put a finger down if you're excited to be back at university. So I'm back at university, guys, and it's been a while since I last saw you, and that's because I went to Paris. And then Paris was really fun. We were there for like a week, and then I moved back into university. Had to help people move in their luggage. I moved in my own luggage. As you can see, I've moved into my new room. Everything's very cool, and classes have just started. Today is day 4 of classes, and things haven't really picked up yet, so now I finally found the time to make another video. So we got to these roof levels. This one, I might just mess around with the cabbages a little bit, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my first days back at university. So I'm a math and CS major, and I take complex analysis on Tuesdays. And on Tuesday, I was a little late to the lecture, so I went. Oh, first, I'm gonna abuse the solar pult. So I was at lectures, but then some guy asks to sit next to me, and I have no problem with that. So the guy sits next to me, and he's just like, we have freshers flu, right? And he's just coughing every 2 seconds. He's coughing every 2 seconds, and I'm over there like trying to breathe into my hoodie, right? Because obviously I don't want to catch freshers flu from this guy. And okay, so that's fine. I'm just trying to like breathe away. But then the second the lecturer starts talking, this guy starts taking notes frantically. He's got his like pen and paper, and then he's looking up at the lecturer, and then he's like writing his notes, and he's like doing this the entire fucking lecture, and it was so fucking annoying. But it's okay. I digress. I am not a hateful soul, I promise. It was just a little bit annoying. And that was the first complex analysis. Oh, wait, I just made a new thing. What's that? That was the first complex analysis lecture, and the lecture was super cool, but I just didn't really get to listen because the guy next to me was kind of really distracting. Okay, I don't know what that fusion was, but I will let that be. And then, like, he kept muttering to himself as well. Like, the lecturer would ask a question, and then the guy next to me, I'd be completely fine if he, like, raised his hand, or didn't even raise his hand, just, like, answered the question, right? But for some reason, he just kinda... he just kinda, like, said things to himself. I don't know. It was kind of disturbing, but also not, like, a big deal. Anyways, I haven't played Fusion in so long, I kind of forgot all the fusions. I know there were some really broken ones, but for this one, we'll just stick with the cabbage solar pulse, right? Keep things simple. So if I add a sun here, it gives 100 on fusion. That's very cool. So I can do this as well. I mean, this level's pretty easy just because there's no mega zombie. Everything's just kind of basic. I also kind of want to talk about how much I miss alcohol, because when I was in Shanghai, or like back home, right? I didn't really have a drinking opportunity. None of my friends back home really drink, but the second I hit the UK, shit gets real. Or it wasn't even UK, it was Paris this time, right? And on like day 3 of Paris, my friends and I decided to go on a club night. So we go on this club night, and we hit the bar beforehand, because the club opens at like 11 to 6 a.m. So we hit the bar beforehand, and it was this American bar, and I bought a few bottles of vodka, I think. Oh, what's that? No, we didn't buy vodka, we bought wine. So we had wine, and I'm sitting there chugging the wine, and I kind of have like a high tolerance for alcohol, right? So I'm chugging it, and I'm not really feeling it. Kind of chug some more, but then we hit the bar, and the bar has this really good drink. It's like just double shot vodka Coke, but it's really good. And so I was there. I had 2 of those things, and then after that, I was feeling it, man. I was feeling it. So then we hit the club, and then I got my really extroverted friend to introduce me to some people at the club, and then he just like brings me towards this like set of 3 siblings, right? And then we asked them what's up, and they're like, oh, my brother's here for an internship. We're all in Paris for a little bit, and that was fun. But then, I don't know, I'm just not a big club kind of person. So I was there dancing, and the music was kind of mid. It was just like electropop. My friends liked it, but I'm not big into that. So I kind of just sat to the side, and I was playing Clash Royale. And this was when I was trying to push 15k trophy, so I was there playing Clash Royale. Oh, by the way, Cabbage Nut. Grows a temporary shield and retaliates with cabbage after taking a certain amount of damage. Ooh. I do like a temporary shield. Okay. Oh, wait, why is it so fast? So I was sitting there playing Clash Royale, trying to push 15k trophies, but obviously I was drunk, right? I was not playing to my maximum potential. And in fact, I went all the way back from 14.9k to 13.5k. So I lost like 10 games in a row, and I was like, alright, fuck this shit. And I kind of wanted to go home at this point. Not home, right? Back to our Airbnb, where like 6 people were staying. And then So I wanted to do that. So I went to my friends and I was like, hey, you guys wanna head back home? And they were like, no, we're having so much fun. So they're having fun. I'm obviously not gonna like ruin it for them. Oh, giant nut, by the way. Forgot about that. I thought it would become a tall nut. Anyways, so my friends are having fun, but I kind of want to go home. And I'm not gonna like just sit there and wait, right? Because they're gonna be there for a couple hours. So I go outside and I try to call an Uber, but for some reason, because I have UK bank account, I can't call an Uber in France. And I try a ton of times, because this place is like 7 kilometers from our Airbnb. So I try like 10 times to call an Uber, but every single time it says declined because your payment method is not accepted. Okay, so I'm like stuck. I don't know what to do. But then I have the fantastic idea of jogging home. So then I jog home. Oh shit, Odyssey mode and Abyss challenge only. So I jogged for that whole 7 kilometers, and it was genuinely just really nice. It was about 3 a.m. at this time, and it was really nice because I got to see Paris, like the scenery. I got to sort of run through it as a local, right? I'm gonna speed this up. I got to run through it as a local because I didn't really get to do that beforehand. We visited a lot of really cool things. We got the Eiffel Tower, the Montparnasse Tower, the catacombs, you know, all the usual tourist destinations. But I didn't just get to slow down and walk through the city, especially the bridge in the middle. Well, I think there's like a lot of bridges in Paris, but I got to walk through the main bridge, and it was just really nice. It was kind of scary. I was kind of jogging just so that like I wouldn't get kidnapped. And actually along the way, I met these like 2 really big dudes, and then like I was running past them and they were like, what are you doing, mate? You trying to get shredded? And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get shredded. I'm also trying to not get kidnapped. I don't know why I stopped to talk to them. That was a very poor decision on my part. But, you know, I stopped, talked to them a little bit, and they were having a house party at 3 a.m. So I was like, oh, house party? Like, I was just like feigning interest, right? I didn't want to upset 2 strangers at 3 a.m. who were much bigger than I am. And they were like, yeah, mate, a house party. You want to come? And I was like, no, I don't want to come. But I do sometimes wonder now if, you know, I could have had a great story come out of that house party at 3 a.m. But I'm also worried that that great story might just be me like losing a kidney. But yeah, I digress. It's cool. I don't feel like I missed out on not going to a house party at 3 a.m. with 2 random strangers in the middle of a foreign country. Not too pressed about that, but yeah, that was very fun. And then, so we got back to university, and then there was another club night. What was it? No, it wasn't a club night. It was just a house party, because me and my friends all moved in to like the same house. So then we had a housewarming party for the people on our street, and there was a lot of alcohol involved, and I had a great time. Oh shit, wait. Pause. Slow mode. I'm gonna put this here. If I put a sun on the cabbage, oh, actually, I can just move a cabbage here. And then, oh, I'm so smart. I'm gonna put a walnut here, fertilizer on that, and we're good. Yeah, so we had a house party, and the people came over, and we had a lot of fun. And I was on, like, a ton of shots of vodka at this point. By the way, I really like vodka. And I think my highlight of that day was I was on monkey type, and I hit like I was doing like the 15-second test, and I was like piss drunk at this point, and that was really fun. And I hit 170 words per minute. If you don't believe me, believe it. But I hit 170 words per minute, and that was so fucking, like, I was so in it at the time. I was locked in. I took my glasses off, and I was like on like the laptop, and I was like right. And then after that, after I hit 170, the room erupted because we were all like feeling it. They were like watching me, but then I just like crawled out of the room on my 2 hands. I just like fucking crawled out of the room right into my friend who invited their cousins over. And so my friend's cousin's first impressions of me is just me crawling around on the floor, which, you know, isn't too good. We just lost a lawnmower, by the way, due to incompetency. But yeah, so that was my friend's first impressions of me, and like right after that happened, they just left the party. I guess we were too boring for them, but it's chill. So yeah, those have been my recent university experiences. Work is catching up. I'm taking a lot of courses this term, but they're all courses I'm very interested in, so that's good. Yeah, that's just a little life update, and we have just a little bit left of this level to go. I don't think I can upload very much during term, but, you know, obviously I'll try. I do like making these videos. Like, my main reason for starting a YouTube channel was just so I could practice being engaging. Oh shit, we just lost another... Okay, wait. Fuck! That's not a tall nut. Okay, I'll do this. Yeah, the main reason I started a YouTube channel was just so I could practice, like, storytelling, conversational skills, like being engaging, that kind of thing, being a presenter. And, you know, it's kind of necessary, both as a mathematician and just as, like, the kind of person I want to become. I want to be able to tell an interesting story, right? So, that's kind of my goal here, and I can practice that throughout term, because there's so many things that happen during university. At home, life is kind of boring, but at university is where shit happens, right? So, oh, we can kill this guy just with this. Get fucked. So I want to, like, relay whatever happens at university to the YouTube channel, but that also takes a ton of time. Like, if I can get it fast to the point where I can make a YouTube channel and, like, not even have to edit it and upload it within, like, 30 minutes, then I would do it a lot more. But as of right now, it takes me a while to edit these videos just because there's so much, like, unnecessary shit. Like, in the all other episodes, it may as well have been, like, I think most of them were, like, 2-hour recordings where I had to cut out 1.5 hours just because I was thinking of something to say, or I was, like, focused too much on the level itself. But, you know, I want to work on maybe not focusing that much on the game and just talking more, and because that's, like, my goal, right? I want to get better at this kind of thing. So, yeah, that has been a nice little recap of my last 2 weeks. There's a lot more I can say, a lot more I will say in the next few videos, but, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.